Don't let your dreams be dreams. You should get to the point where anyone else will quit. And you're not gonna stop there. So just do it. Make your dreams come true. Do it.
Welcome back, adventurers. My name is Coyote. This is You Can Do This. Let's do this. I haven't had a chance to record too much in the last few days because, you know, holidays and family and all those shenanigans. But I'm back at it again, kids. Alright, so if I remember correctly from the previous episode, we had just gotten oil researched. Probably seems about right. Okay, yeah. And I was thinking about getting steel going. So, need a little bit of steel. We probably don't need to get the production up just yet. That feels like later shenanigans. Actually, where is my oil? Okay, maybe I will get steel going. Now that I'm realizing that oil is probably going to be a little bit more out there. And, you know what? While this kind of waits, I have a nice buffer there. Why don't I build like a real quick buffer here so we actually have something kind of having fun. So you're gonna do this. We're gonna need a few more of these. Boom, baby. Actually, I was complaining about buffers last time, wasn't I? A few episodes back. So why don't I build this like super over-engineered version of a buffer, but that will do exactly what I want it to do. And you're gonna prioritize there. You're gonna prioritize there. You're gonna knock these power poles out of the way. You're gonna probably go that far. And then 2 is gonna be enough. I mean, I figure 4 is probably gonna be what we need to realistically fill that belt. I mean, 4 would be like 4 stacker inserters would fill up like a blue belt, right? So green belt should be fine. Green belt. I mean, blue inserters should be fine for yellow belts. I put like blue and yellow, and I make green. Sometimes I'm like 3 steps ahead in my head, and then my mouth has to kind of catch up, and it just says shenanigans because it's like way too like far behind. All right. So you're doing your thing now. It's being buffered up, and if that belt is empty, it's just not going to go in the buffers. It's the priority splitters. So we're technically saving power. Yeah. Technically. Okay, so I want you, and where do I want my steel? If I have like a little amount of steel, well, that's not going to be anywhere near enough, is it? What if I have you here? I feel like I kind of decided this in the past, and it's just I can't remember. Can't remember what I wanted. It was difficult. All right. I'm gonna mine you up. I need stone anyway. That seems to be part of my stone patch. So let's have you go vertically. No, let's make you go horizontally. For the very simple reason that way I'll be able to limit the stone. Okay. And we're going to go for a nice 26.5 miners. Well, I mean 27 is fine too. Because I want to get a full belt of iron going. So that I can actually properly fill up one of my smelting designs that I have. Actually, I don't know that I'm going to use the blueprints. I've kind of been like avoiding them altogether during this playthrough. So I feel like in the spirit of this Let's Play, let's just avoid them some more. What I will do, however, Does buffer have steel? It's like one of the things that I've learned. I mean, you don't really need a crazy production of steel, because the thing is, you're firing a rocket, right? It's not a mega base, it's not a continuous draw. And I mean, the title of this this Let's Play is "You Could Do This." So I'm not supposed to be spending too much time on trivial things, and I'm just supposed to be focusing on firing this thing as fast as possible, which I don't feel like I've been doing up there. Well, actually, no. You know what? I take that back. I feel like I've been doing that.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and sort
Just
of
need to make sure that
with you there.
Length 24, so we're off by 3. And whatever, let's just round it out. I mean, these are gonna, yeah, they have like 2K. They're gonna burn out pretty quickly. All right, so I need more stone. You know what? Let's mine a little bit of this. As of late, I've kind of been like avoiding making stone furnaces for steel. Like I go straight to steel, so you have like a little small production at the beginning that's working on steel, and you kind of buffer up enough of it so that you can get your steel going. And then usually at that point, like inputs start being an issue anyway, so you have to maximize your mines. Then you realize like, oh, these mines are nowhere near sufficient, and shenanigans ensue. But I don't think I'm going to do this time, because it feels like that initial investment is just so expensive. It takes a little longer to go. And then actually when it is going, it's great. But once again, inputs become an issue. So I feel like inputs are more of an issue than anything else, and that should be my primary focus. So we'll see how that pans out. Fast forward like 10 or 15 episodes when we'll be done this series, and probably going to be really annoyed at myself for even doing that. But you know what? Live and let learn. And you're going, and I'll build something small. I feel like I could probably get, you know what, I don't even need to feel. I can use my wits and figure that out. So boom, boom. You're gonna be jumping in the stone if I do that. Alright, so realistically, probably 4 yellow belts worth. Realistically. So I should plan that accordingly. I think steel's gonna like take all this amount of space. So let's start small, because I have a tendency of building a little too big, a little too quick. And I've been getting better at it, so you know, you gotta reinforce good behavior. Give me you. And I'm gonna need so many of you. And a bunch of you. Great, like that. Wait, what am I doing? Right there. So used to building iron and copper that I'm like, steel is just, it's not registering properly. So go here, do that, and go there. Do this. Ish. Alright, okay, so boom, boom. You know what, maybe I'm gonna make this 4 line. I probably have enough. Just symmetry, you know? I'm gonna get expanded anyway, so that's just for now. I just want to get this, like, you know, pumping. How do I want to do this? You know what, that's too short. Needs to be one further. Well, we have blueprints. Same thing over here. So steel is a 5-to-1 ratio for iron. So ultimately that means it takes 5 iron plates. Sorry. It takes 5 iron plates to make 1 steel plate. That being said, iron is 5 times faster than steel to make. So it's actually a 1-to-1 ratio when everything's taken into consideration. Alright, I don't have enough iron. Hilarious. But I should have enough resources to, at the very least, get this going. It's gonna be my goal. Good. And you're on the wrong side. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, so you're semi-built. Or should I build steel? Should I build coal the other way? Yeah, whatever. Okay, we've committed. So let's not worry about that. What we need to worry about is actually get this going. I knew that, like, when I chose the title of this series, I was just like, you know what, I'm probably going to get bogged down on a million teeny little things. And try to justify it in my own Coyote little way. And I feel like I am getting very near that point, which terrifies me. That. And that's going to give us our coal. Then let's get our power. Put it at every second red inserter. Yeah? And yeah. Sure. Okay. Oh, wait. You know, whatever. This is why I built a buffer for iron, is for specifically this reason. So I don't have to wait like 10 years running on belts trying to like get all I want. I can just go to like one localized area, and of course it's like one off. One localized area and just get the resources I need. So you do your thing, and now the only thing I need to get going so that I have some steel is actually just plug in the iron. Which means that we're going to slightly change the... Actually, there's going to be other ones here. So you pull this way. And let's continue with my initial concept. And okay. Yeah, well, yeah. Whatever, that's... We have steel. That's the important thing. Let's see if I have enough belts to even get where I need to go. Probably... Should we go under? No. Go like... it's gonna be cramped though. 2, 3, 4. Maybe. Maybe? There's science on this side, so it should be going there anyway. Are we gonna do it? Are we gonna do it? You know what? Why am I saying 4? It's gonna be 1 belt. You know how much like steel production would be necessary to get 4 yellow belts worth of steel? I mean, it would take 5 times as much as the iron just to get the 1 going. So what's that? That's 24. So you would need 120. 120 steel stone furnaces that are making steel. It's incorrectly called steel furnaces. That's a lot. That is a tremendous amount. People have a tendency of like overbuilding a little bit too much because steel is just so slow, and they're like, but we need a full belt of steel. You don't. You really don't. I mean, you're only really going to use that much steel when you get to late game, and that's like just to fire the rocket. I mean, mind you, if you have a and these used to be really popular back in the day, but if you have a perimeter, like a gun turret perimeter, and you're feeding everything on a belt to your gun turrets, which don't get me wrong, I mean it has its place. It definitely does. That unfortunately, if you're putting piercing rounds, just sucks up all your iron. I mean, it's just like a tremendous amount of resources. Don't do that. But, I mean, if you're kind of just like goofing off in the game and you have no real like goal other than like play the game, knock yourself out. But if you're actually going for some type of speed or some type of goal in that map, you really don't want to be doing that. I learned that the hard way. I went through the phase where I would do the half coal, half bullet thing. And, I mean, it works fine, except that you're using 10 times more power. I guess technically 5 times, if you really want to, like, properly take everything into account. Because these boilers are only 50% efficient, right? But anyway, a burner inserter goes ahead and uses 10 times more power than a yellow inserter. So it's a lot more expensive, and usually coal is kind of an issue, as we found out not too long ago. Already down by 15,000. That's not great. Do you connect? You connect via the bottom. So that means that... Let's see if I could just like... Bam! Like that. Anyway, I went through that phase and... I did them through a lot of the multiplayer madnesses, so like the multiplayer matches that we do. And... people are kind of really greedy with resources. So iron is like always a constant issue. Like you just never have enough iron. Not that in normal games you usually have enough iron, but you have even less iron when you're playing with like 10 other people and everyone's like under the impression that they're the ones keeping the base up, so they just need more and more iron. And when you have like 10 people thinking that, your consumption of iron gets like pretty intense. Sometimes we'll look through inventories of people that like join and then leave like an hour later, and they'll have something like 2,000 freaking yellow rounds, or they'll have like 1,000 belts, or they'll just be holding on to like 5,000 steel, and you're like, and we were wondering why iron was an issue. I wonder why. I wonder why indeed. Let's start getting some of that plastic tech out of the way for all our oil byproducts. That being said, back to the whole idea of oil, we need stone. We need stone. So I could probably actually like set you up there. That'd be I feel like I'm fine with that. And I have a few furnaces to actually get it made into stone brick. Not a great amount, and that's why we kind of have to go ahead and wait. Do I have stone? I do have stone. I can make so many more stone furnaces. But we need to get this kind of going, and I'm gonna do some type of filtration so that it doesn't contaminate. But unfortunately, our filtration is going to be based off of us actually consuming iron. So I'm going to have to expand that steel at some point. Probably not right now. What am I waiting after? I do not have iron in my... No. Mining drills is what I was trying to say. Okay. So, how about I have you push there? You'll be set up right there. That makes sense. Yes, it does. Come on. Give me them goodies. Do this. And I feel like it's stops right here. It does. It does not. It stops there. Torion is ever in my favor. He has lined things up perfectly. It was intended. Nope. Okay, I lost his favor. That was a good 10 seconds of favor. So, I need you right there. You need to go like this. Then you need to filter out that onto the right. Just clear you out real quick. And there's a freaking power pole. Of course, there's a power pole. Anything, just, work in my favor. Now let's be serious. What are you expecting here, Coyote? Have you not played this game enough to know? We're going to prioritize the left, because this might get jammed up by iron. And we don't want that to be a thing. So I want to make sure priority is going to be on the left. Priorities are something that actually a lot of people don't really use as much. They really should, because they're really, really strong once you start understanding how they properly work. And I think that's the big thing. People get so stuck up on bouncers and just like, priority splatters are sin. Like, yeah? Shut up. But, yeah, in all due seriousness, if you are an individual that uses bouncers, like more than one per buffer system, so one per, like, actual system, you need to reevaluate your life choices. Because the ones you've taken up till now are very questionable. Nah, I don't like that. We're gonna do the good old-fashioned thingamabob right here, and we're gonna have you just jump straight on over, and you're gonna do this, and you're gonna do that. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, this might sound ridiculous, but I only recently found out, I say recently, maybe like a few months ago, after like my 2,000 hours of playing this game, that to make stone brick requires 2 stone. So my ratios have been off for the longest time, and I am not proud of that. Not very proud of that indeed. Why the heck is there stone here? Is one of you actually grabbing stone? Ah! Of course you are. Of freaking course you are. Is it this guy? You're a disappointment to the clan. Such a small amount of stone too. That's frustrating. That's when you hate mine things. Okay, you. We're gonna do this. Actually, I really don't like that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do. That looks nice. Let's go with that. No, wait. Yes. A little bit undecided right there. Okay. And I got a bunch of inserters so we can actually set this up. Nope, wrong way. I've been working on this scenario for the last, like, few days or so. And it's probably going to be out by the end of the week. So, probably towards, like, I'm going to say episode 9 or 10, I'll be able to share a link. And it uses a really interesting mod. Anyway, and the point I mentioned this is that I was building some pretty intricate smelting, and I somehow made all the inserters upside down. And I was very proud of myself. That was a moment to shame that I feel like should have been shared with more people. Fortunately, I wasn't recording anything, so I feel sad. I feel like that was a wasted opportunity. I always do love a good moment to laugh at myself, and I love when there's videos of it, because then future reference. Plus, in a year or so, I'll be able to look back at like some of my progress. I was looking at some of the progress from the first Let's Play that I did, and holy hell, man! After like the first episode, there's a tremendous difference between how I play now and how I used to play. Like, god damn, indeed. Okay, let's build our fun little bouncer. We're not going to need too much. Like, stone brick is really only used for some minor upgrades, and then you need it for science, but like not in such amounts that you should ever really warrant building like a crazy big thing for stone brick. Like, even if I were to, let's see if I can actually finish this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, it's short. But we won't need it anyway, so it doesn't matter. We're going to do that, and we're going to stick to our initial concept that we had. Why not? Let's commit to it. Nope, that's wrong. Yeah. Further. And then, yeah. So at least we'll have like the necessary components for purple science setup. I say that, but we still need oil, so. Anyway, of course. Let's just power you up and plug you in. Of course. Of course. I don't know, let's say it's 2 away. Okay. Go ahead, piggyback you. I don't know that I like it that way. I'd rather you, well, I guess we could skip you over there. It's not really like pretty looking though if we do it that way. Okay, I know I mentioned this at the beginning of the series, and I'm going to mention it again because holy heck, but I need to lift the cap on this thing. I'm just like burning through belts. My infrastructure, my initial infrastructure is just like way too big. I was talking to a speedrunner not too long ago, and he just like kind of laughed a lot at me. with the amount of infrastructure I do. I mean, they just like, they forego belts almost altogether. And he's like, yeah, you need to work on that. Oh my god, I had steel. Well, I have steel. Steel pickaxe. Doesn't matter. Now we have some actual production of steel. Everything's great. Everything's just like dandy and swell and all the fun things. I'm gonna get you all the way out there. I'm starting to worry about coal, like, a lot. You know what? We're just gonna... There's probably not that much that's been put on the belt just yet. You go there, but you go there, and you do this, then... Alright, we just need to clear this belt. Right? Yeah, oh yeah. Now we're good. You know what? I was hoping to do a lot more productive things today, but apparently just getting steel and stone. I mean, that's kind of productive, right? It's going to allow us to go, oh, haha! We found that oil! I got my eye on you for next episode.